It's an emergency. Your life is about to end. God will stop helping you if you skip this. Please open before it's too late. Archangel Micheal says, there is no more time to delay. The silence you've been hearing is about to be broken by the sound of divine consequence. Something hath been moving behind the veil of your life, and it's coming to collect what was long denied. The heaviness you've been feeling isn't your imagination, it is a signal. Your path is being watched from both above and below. A force has made a final decision and your fate hangs in balance. They came to your name, opened your records, and found a disturbing delay. You were meant to act days ago, yet you ignored the inner tug. Now, the shift is more violent than you're prepared for. Do not be deceived by the stillness of your surroundings. The wind may be calm, but the storm is swirling beneath. A spiritual emergency has been declared, and you are the center of it. Type Amen to get blessing 991. Your name has echoed in places your body hasn't reached. Whispered between angels and recorded by those who keep divine timelines. You were meant to fulfill a mission, but that mission is dangerously behind. You've been tested with pain, betrayal, heartbreak, and confusion. Not as punishment, but as awakening. But you mistook survival for success and ignored the next command. You were marked as chosen, but the chosen must move when called. And now the time has come. The call has grown louder, but your ears are nearly closed. Something from your bloodline is pulling you down, and you haven't noticed. It began with a dream you shrugged off. A signal you missed. That was the final gentle warning. Now this is the final loud one. Type Amen to get blessing 782. Comment below if this shook your heart. Archangel Micheal says, there are 3 enemies using your silence against you. They saw that you waited too long to speak, so they began to speak for you. Your name is now at the center of a very dangerous exchange. One of them holds a record of your past. One has information about your future, and the third wants to make sure you never reach it. They are working fast, faster than your current energy allows. But heaven is still watching to see if you will finally act. There's a pattern around you that keeps repeating, and it always ends with you being left behind. But this time, if you allow the pattern to repeat, your spirit will break with it. Type Amen to get blessing 451. The date July 9th has been sealed in divine urgency. A decision was made overnight in a realm you cannot see. You are being measured not by how much you've been through, but by how quickly you respond. If you felt your heart beat faster reading this, that is your spirit begging you not to ignore the signal again. The energy around you is shifting so drastically that your body may begin reacting. A sharp pain, a restless night, a sudden emotion you can't explain. These are not random, they are last calls for your awareness. Your shadow self is trying to fight back, but the light in you was not made to be buried. That's why you feel so much pressure. It's the weight of what you haven't done yet. Type Amen to get blessing 317. You were never supposed to fit in. You were never supposed to walk their path. But you tried so hard to blend, you've forgotten that you were sent to disrupt. Now, the cost of delay is becoming visible. Things are collapsing around you for a reason. One person you trust is about to flip their loyalty. Another is holding on to something they never told you. And someone from your past is thinking about revealing your truth for their benefit. This betrayal was scheduled long ago, and your delay gave them courage. Type Amen to get blessing 559. Comment, I hear this loud if this message is pressing on your heart. There is a woman who has been laughing behind your silence. She's been gathering others. They believe you are too weak to defend your truth. She knows something about you that she intends to use very soon. The moment she sees your next move, she will activate her plan. But the divine sees her steps even before she takes them. Another man has been dreaming of your destruction. He doesn't say it aloud, but his actions are aligning with darkness. What he's doing with your name is illegal in both spiritual and earthly courts. A letter is being drafted in your absence, one that could harm your future if you don't rise quickly. Type Amen to get blessing 683. A family member you least suspect is holding a truth about your life that will shatter what you thought you knew. They made a vow never to tell you, but heaven is lifting the veil. You may feel a coldness from someone you once loved. That's not your fault, it's a signal of their spiritual retreat. They're abandoning you emotionally, but still benefiting from your energy. Your house hath been visited in the night by unseen presences. The Watcher's spirit stood at your door 3 nights ago. They didn't enter, but they're coming back. Unless your alignment shifts, your space will no longer feel like yours. Type Amen to get blessing 773. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The next few hours are crucial. If you make the wrong call, you'll lose something that can't be returned. An opportunity that's been waiting months for you is preparing to move on. The Divine Court is already reviewing your name. You are still on the list, but barely. A missed call or skipped decision could be the final weight on the scale. Your dreams are about to turn intense. You may wake up crying or unable to remember where you are. These are signs of your soul being pulled between realms. Type Amen to get blessing 221. The reason your energy feels unstable isn't physical, it's spiritual interference. Someone cast a thought against you while staring at your picture. They did not speak it aloud, but your name trembled when they did it. They are testing if you are still protected. Your silence is feeding their confidence. But Archangel Micheal is still standing at the edge waiting for your command to intervene. You are not powerless, but you are paralyzed. There is a difference, and the difference could cost you your entire future. Type Amen to get blessing 911. Comment I am ready to take action if you still feel this inside your chest. The person who used to protect you is now the one placing the traps. This reversal was planned. You just never believed they could fall so far. One of your secrets was shared. Not fully, but enough for damage to begin. And the worst part, they're pretending they don't know how it got out. There's a location in your home you haven't checked. Look again. A symbol or object has been tampered with. It carries energy that isn't yours. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The number 9 is following you for a reason. It's not coincidence, it's countdown. 9 warning, 9 dreams, 9 silent hesitations. Each one now registered in the Divine Archive. You are not cursed. You are late. And heaven will not wait forever. There is still a way to reclaim what's rightfully yours. But you have to cut the cord from someone close. They've been riding your spiritual coattails while draining your strength. Your power is hidden in your decision. Until you make it, nothing will move. Type Amen to get blessing 354. Comment I cut the cord if you know who this is. The next place you walk into could determine the next 6 months of your life. Be careful. Your energy is more vulnerable than you realize. If you sit in the wrong room, you'll absorb something not meant for you. A conversation is about to happen that sounds casual, but it's coated with spiritual threat. The moment you agree to something small, a larger consequence will follow. It's not about the act, it's about the energy that attaches to it. Type Amen to get blessing 112. There is a person with a smile that hides a dark assignment. They appear friendly, but their true role is deception. You'll feel it in their energy. They hesitate before they speak your name. They've already inserted themselves in your story. They've manipulated what others believe about you. And the worst part, some believe them. Now they are watching to see how you'll respond. If you do nothing, they win. If you act too late, the damage may be irreversible. Type Amen to get blessing 448. There's a spiritual trap being set for you through flattery. Someone is pretending to uplift you just to access your inner circle. Their compliments are not blessings, they are sugar over poison. This person once failed where you're rising, and now they want to control how far you go. They will use guilt, fake advice, and sudden kindness as weapons. You have to trust your instincts. That sicking feeling is not paranoia, it's prophecy. Your spirit is screaming for you to listen before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 120. Comment I protect my circle if you felt chills while reading this. The place you've been sleeping carries a residue. That's why your dreams have been chaotic and strange. Someone connected to you had a bad intention, and their thoughts entered your atmosphere. Cleanse your environment spiritually. Words are no longer enough, action is required. Your space is sacred, and it's time you treated it as such. There's a ticking sound in your life. Not literal, but symbolic. Time is closing in on your next fate. Type Amen to get blessing 507. You will feel something unusual in your body tonight. A sensation that doesn't match your normal rhythm. That is the spiritual tension physically manifesting. Do not ignore it. Speak a declaration of power. Say out loud, I cut ties with every silent enemy and reclaim my divine timeline. A man from your past is preparing to contact you. He's not who he once was. Be cautious, his reappearance is not for reconciliation but for disruption. Type Amen to get blessing 292. A hidden camera has picked up something in a place connected to you. Whether you were there or not, your name will be mentioned. This mention has the power to change how others view you. Don't panic, divine truth always finds its way. But the delay in your awakening is allowing false stories to spread faster. Your spiritual identity is under review. You're either going to rise as the miracle or fall as the memory. The choice is yours, but it must be made now. Type Amen to get blessing 603. Comment I choose to rise if you feel this deep within. Archangel Micheal says, you are dangerously close to your purpose, but so is the threat. When the light shines brightest, shadows get bolder. They are trying one last attempt to hold you back. They watch your struggles. They assumed you were done. They didn't know this pain was part of your rising. But if you don't move now, they may be right. You've been chosen, but that does not mean protected forever. You must stand, speak, cut, walk, and rise. The next 24 hours are no longer ordinary. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There is a contract being formed without your knowledge. A decision that includes your name is being made in secret. Someone is pretending they have your consent, but they don't. Their handwriting will be exposed, but only if you act fast. This dissection can be reversed, but not if you remain silent. Someone is trying to gain legal or emotional control over your future. They are planning to present their version of the story. But your truth carries more power if spoken in time. Type Amen to get blessing 213 tonight. Your name is being reviewed by spirits of your ancestry. They are not angry, but they are confused. You were sent with specific gifts, and yet you are still stuck among shadows. They are waiting for you to remember, to activate, to sever what keeps you in delay. They can only do so much. The final step belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 336. A child connected to your bloodline has sensed something you haven't. Children are sensitive to shifts, and they've been reacting to a spirit near your home. Watch for signs in their behavior. It is communication. This spirit is not friendly. It lingers to weaken you through fear and confusion. You must spiritually reclaim your territory. Light a candle. Speak powerfully. Shift the energy now before it deepens. Type Amen to get blessing 440. Comment: I reclaim my peace. If your space has felt heavy, there is a stranger thinking about blessing you, but they are hesitant. They saw a post, a photo, or a video and were drawn to you. However, someone has spoken negative things into the air to block this blessing. The energy around your name became clouded because of it. This stranger holds a key to your elevation, but they are watching how you move. Your next action could open the door or slam it shut. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Someone close is about to disappear without explanation. Their exit may seem like betrayal, but it's actually divine protection. You won't see it now, but later you'll understand. The space they leave will hurt, but that space is necessary for what's coming next. They were carrying too much spiritual weight for your next season. Let them go. Type Amen to get blessing 602. Your finances have been drained not just by spending but by energy theft. Someone is using your presence to fuel their own abundance while you suffer. You feel it every time you help and they disappear. There's a person who gets stronger after every encounter with you, but you're left more exhausted. That's spiritual theft and it must end now. Cut them off. Reclaim your wealth. Watch how quickly your blessings return. Type Amen to get blessing 159. Comment: no more silent draining. If you know who this is, there is something sacred buried in your bloodline, a gift that hasn't been awakened in generations. You were the chosen one to carry it, but you've been distracted. Now the gift is shaking inside you. It wants to be activated, but it cannot emerge while you remain attached to the wrong people. The moment you release, it will rise. And when it does, everything will change. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The air will feel different tomorrow morning. Pay attention. That is a signal that the realm around you has shifted. Your name is traveling farther than you know. It's being whispered in places you haven't yet stepped. Someone is preparing to mention you in a conversation that could open everything. But it depends on one thing: your energy. If you rise in authority, your name will open doors. If you stay in fear, the door will be closed before you reach it. Type Amen to get blessing 880. There's a man you don't trust fully, but you've tolerated him. He thinks your delay in cutting him off is permission to stay in your life. What he's planning will shock you, and it's closer than you expect. He's not showing his real intentions. He's pretending to support you while gathering silent information. His next move will catch you off guard if you're not spiritually awake. You must act. End the silent agreement. The longer he stays in your space, the more danger you welcome. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Your phone has received messages that you never opened, but heaven saw them. There was an energy transfer attached to them, an intent behind the sender that was not pure. Just reading it would have exposed you to confusion. That's why your spirit avoided it. Trust that hesitation, it saved you this time. But next time, you may not be so lucky. Be more selective with what you receive, read, and respond to. Not every message is harmless. Type Amen to get blessing 355. Comment: I cleanse my energy from all devices. If this resonates with you, you've been having sudden thoughts that don't feel like your own. Random anger, heavy sadness, hopelessness. These are not emotions, they are projections sent your way. Someone hath been spiritually targeting your peace. A good news: you still have divine protection. But the longer you stay silent, and passive, the thinner your shield becomes. Reclaim your voice. Speak authority into your space. Say, no energy not sent from God is welcome in my life. Type Amen to get blessing 991. Archangel Micheal says, your time is almost gone. You're not being punished, you're being tested. The divine realm wants to see if you will finally step into who you were always meant to be. This was never about punishment. It was always preparation. But without your action, the preparation is wasted. You don't need another confirmation. You don't need more proof. You need courage, and now. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Someone in your bloodline made a promise that you never agreed to. That spiritual vow has lingered through generations, causing blockage and misalignment. It ends with you if you choose to break it. You'll notice that every time you get close to a breakthrough, something collapses. That's not just bad luck. It's a shadow contract waiting to be destroyed. Speak aloud. I break every vow made in my bloodline that was not in alignment with divine truth. Say it 3 times. Let your ancestors hear you reclaim what's yours. Type Amen to get blessing 450. Comment, the curse ends with me if you felt that power rise within. The time on the clock when you read this matters. Pay attention, it holds a spiritual message. The realm is not silent. It's screaming in patterns, numbers, symbols, and signs. You've been ignoring the whispers, so now heaven has sent the alarm. If your ears ring, your stomach tightens, or you feel breathless after reading this, it's confirmation. What was hidden is now revealed. What was delayed must now be done. Type Amen to get blessing 209. There is someone who wants to bless you, but they fear being connected to you. They worry your energy is too unprotected. You're not cursed, you're surrounded by energy that keeps blocking divine connections. This can be cleared, but only by action. A cleanse of your space, a prayer over your bed, a removal of toxic names from your mouth. They will come forward the moment your energy rises. Don't miss your divine partner because you delayed your spiritual cleanup. Type Amen to get blessing 641. Your divine name, the one heaven knows you by, is trying to surface. But your earthly identity has been too cluttered with people's opinions. You're not who they said you are. You are who you've yet to become. But time is no longer waiting. Today is your call. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Type Amen to get blessing 360. Comment, I answer the call if you're ready to step in. You will feel lighter the moment you read this aloud. That's your spirit saying yes. That's your soul responding to the frequency of truth. Someone who hated your light is about to fall into their own trap. You don't need revenge. God already handled it. But if you don't rise and take your position, their trap may entangle you too. You were not made to hide. You were born to reign. Type Amen to get blessing 855. A blessing is hovering, but it's fragile. It won't wait much longer. If you move now, it's yours. If you wait, it'll be passed on to another. You've been warned with love. But this is the final one. There is no more time to think. Only time to move. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Your photo was viewed by someone in authority. They saw something divine in your presence. They are curious. And they are watching to see if you'll step up or continue hiding. If you knew what was attached to your name, you'd never sleep on yourself again. But you'll only receive it if you show that you're serious about your calling. Everything is spiritual first. And right now, the spirit world is waiting on you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Comment, I accept my divine responsibility if this message was for you. Now breathe. Because you've read something very few are chosen to hear. You didn't find this message by accident. It was sent, timed, blind, because today, July 9th, is the turning point. You are loved, but not without condition. A condition is action, faith, alignment, and refusal to return to sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 901. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Stand, speak, cut ties, clean your space, reclaim your divine inheritance. You were never powerless, only delayed. Now go claim what's yours before someone else does. The decision has been made in the spirit world. You were given one final moment of grace, and this is it. No one will call again after this. Heaven has cleared a path, but it is filled with sharp turns. You will need to walk with boldness, or you will trip into what was never meant for you. The detour is no longer available. This window will not reopen. It is not a cycle that will return next season. The weight of this moment is not meant to be carried, it is meant to be activated. Type Amen to get blessing 989. You will begin to notice names leaving your life. Don't chase them. Their presence was a test, and now that the test is over, their purpose is finished. Each person who exits clears room for the ones who carry your real future. What is coming cannot arrive in a crowded space. You've outgrown the energy around you. Some friends were not evil, just expired. Keeping them around too long is what drains you. Type Amen to get blessing 224. Comment I release expired connections if you're ready to make space for the new. Archangel Micheal says, your protection had been high, but it's not infinite without participation. You have to guard your own gate now. The days of angels doing all the work are ending. You groan. And because of that, expectations are higher. The next attack is not allowed unless you invite it in through indecision or spiritual laziness. Or maybe. More someday. The shift requires now. Type Amen to get blessing 510. A document exists with your name attached. It could be spiritual. It can be legal. But it's real. And the enemy has reviewed it. They want to distort what it says, to write your future based on your past. But that only works if you let them. When you speak your divine truth out loud, the false version loses power. Heaven cannot move where you are silent. Let your voice be your weapon. Type Amen to get blessing 802. Someone once wished you well to your face, but cursed you with envy behind your back. That energy sat on your shoulders, silently influencing things. But no longer. Your words have been reversed, but only because you finally came into awareness. Now, it's time to cleanse what they left behind. Speak over your body, your home, your finances. Declare, every hidden word sent to block me is now broken by divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 336. Your dreams tonight will carry codes. Symbols you won't understand right away. But do not fear them. They are messages from realms trying to reach your inner wisdom. Write them down. Even the strange parts. Especially the strange parts. They are divine blueprints. And you were meant to decode them. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Comment I will remember my dream if your sleep has felt more intense lately. There's a gate in your timeline that only opens when you take a leap. That leap feels terrifying right now, but it's the only thing that triggers the divine next. If you wait to feel ready, you will never move. If you act in faith, heaven will catch you before you fall. This moment has been building since your birth. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every tear, they were not wasted, they were bricks for this bridge. Type Amen to get blessing 664. There is a financial release assigned to your name, but it is tied to your courage, not your comfort. You don't have to chase the money, just walk into the identity that unlocks it. You were never meant to beg for provision. You were created to attract it, but only from your highest self. Let go of lack. Let go of desperation. Speak abundance and rise. Type Amen to get blessing 101. A mother figure has spoken something over your life. It may have been years ago, but her words created an energetic imprint. Whether it was love or pain, it still affects your alignment. You must either honor it or break it, and you'll know which one by how it feels in your gut. Speak this. I only accept words spoken from pure truth. Anything less, I release. Type Amen to get blessing 447. Someone is watching you from afar with admiration, but they are scared of your potential. They feel they're not enough. You don't know them yet, but they will change your path. They've seen what others missed, and they are preparing to step forward when your energy becomes clear. Do not dull your light to make others comfortable. Your glow is your signal. Your shine is your signature. Type Amen to get blessing 911. Comment, I embrace my glow. If you've been dimming yourself for others, there's a trip coming, a physical or spiritual journey. You're not meant to stay where you are. That's why everything around you has felt like it's closing in. Your soul is crying for movement. A new atmosphere. A new level. You will suffocate if you stay. Don't wait for permission. You already have divine clearance. Type Amen to get blessing 121. Your face is about to change. Your eyes will become sharper. Your smile will carry knowing. Because once you step into alignment, everything about your presence shifts. People will notice. Some will be drawn to you. Some will retreat. That's the sign you've arrived in your power. Type Amen to get blessing 883. You are no longer the one who must be saved. You are the one who will save others. But only if you make it through this doorway. This message has not come to scare you, it has come to wake you. Type Amen to get blessing 500. Archangel Micheal says, the sword is in your hand. The light is on your path. The door is open. But your feet must move. This is your moment. This is the line between who you were and who you are becoming. You are not running out of time. You are standing inside it. And heaven is waiting for your command. Type Amen to get blessing 700. Comment, I command my breakthrough to seal this word over your life. Now go. Walk boldly. Live fully. And remember today, July 9th, the heavens called you by name. Don't miss your moment. Even after all these words, the heaviness in your chest isn't just emotion, it's confirmation. Your spirit recognizes truth even before your mind fully accepts it. Something ancient inside you has awakened. It's not fear, it's alertness. A divine system has been activated, and your soul has felt the vibration. You have now crossed into a space where pretending is no longer possible. The version of you that stayed quiet, patient, confused, and hesitant can no longer survive in this spiritual climate. You are either rising or remaining, and there's no middle path anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 369. There's a stranger you've never met who will soon play a major role in redirecting your destiny. They've been watching, silently admiring, spiritually drawn, but blocked from contacting you. That blockage was never from them. It was from the energy cloud you've been walking under, one made up of past disappointments, old betrayal, and ancestral weight. Once that cloud clears, they will reach out, and when they do, a gate will open so fast it may scare you. But don't run, walk through it boldly. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Comment I'm clearing the cloud if this resonates in your bones. There's an object in your possession that no longer belongs in your life. You held onto it out of memory, guilt, or sentimental attachment. But it carries energy that pulls your spirit backward. Look closely. You already know what it is. Every time you see it, something inside you tenses. It's time to let go. Burn it, bury it, or give it away, but remove it from your space before it infects more of your future. Type Amen to get blessing 148. Your silence has been misunderstood. Some thought it was weakness. Others assumed it was fear. But heaven knows the truth. It was sacred preparation. Now, however, your silence is becoming dangerous. You absorbed enough, learned enough, endured enough. It's time to speak. Loudly, spiritually, apologetically. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You are not waiting on anyone. They are waiting on you. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it's just circling your indecision. Make one bold move today. Just one. And watch how everything unlocks. Your finances will respond. Your health will respond. Even the people around you will shift, as if something invisible changed. That something is you. Type Amen to get blessing 232. There are tears forming in someone's eyes as they read this. That is not weakness. That is release. That is alignment. It is your soul saying, thank you for finally listening. Let the tears fall. They are washing away the resistance. Every drop is sacred. Every drop is sealing its word into your DNA. You will never be the same after this moment. As a promise. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Comment this message found me right on time. If you feel this deeply, there are two doors in front of you right now. One leads to expansion, the other to comfort. They both look similar. They both feel tempting. But only one of them holds your next season. If you choose comfort, things will remain predictable but heavy. If you choose expansion, things may feel chaotic, but the light will return to your life. The moment you choose growth, divine help will flood in. But not before. Type Amen to get blessing 313. A woman is whispering about you right now. She's not doing it publicly. She's not doing it loudly. But the energy is loud enough to disturb your peace. She once loved your light. Now she resents it. But her resentment cannot reach you if you rise above her vibration. Do not respond. Do not clap back. Just rise. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's something written about you in a journal, on a screen, or in a private message. Someone is speaking of you behind your back, and not all of it is evil. Some are speaking of you in awe, in gratitude, in wonder. Because even though you've been quiet, your essence has left fingerprints on their soul. You are unforgettable. That's your gift. That's your threat. Type Amen to get blessing 800. Archangel Micheal says, there are angels walking with you now. You may not see them, but you will feel them. Especially when you do the thing you've been most afraid to do. The confirmation will come like electricity. And chill. A sensation of being watched. Not with fear, but with love. That is divine presence. They are closer now than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. There's an email, message, or phone call about to come through. Don't miss it. The enemy may try to distract you at the exact moment it appears. Stay alert. You'll know it by the timing. You'll feel it in your gut. It won't look like the answer, but it is. Open it. Answer it. Step into it. Type Amen to get blessing 314. Comment, I will not miss my moment if your whole body feels activated. There's someone who sees your value but hasn't told you yet. They are scared they're not enough, but they are watching your every move. Their silence is not rejection, it's preparation. When you finally align, they'll have the courage to speak. And when they do, a connection will be formed that no enemy can destroy. Type Amen to get blessing 331. Your body hath been giving signs. Pain in places you've never felt before. Random chills. Emotional spikes. These are not random, they are spiritual adjustments. Your system is preparing for new frequencies. You are being upgraded, and your physical vessel is recalibrating. Honor your body. Rest. Agreed. Speak life over every cell. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You are not behind. You are right on time, because now is when you chose to listen. You will no longer beg for love, no longer plead for peace, no longer chase after understanding. You are the blessing you've been waiting for. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Micheal says, I have done what was commanded. I have delivered the message. I have made the warning clear. The next move is yours. There will be no more nudges, no more taps on the shoulder, no more silent signals. The trumpet has sounded. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your final call. Type Amen to get blessing 7000. And now step forward. Without fear, without delay, without apology. Because heaven is watching, and the door is still open, but only for now. The atmosphere around you is shifting. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit does. Everything around you is becoming more sensitive, more reactive, more fragile. What you think is a small decision today will become the weight that tilts the scale of your destiny. Even the way you speak, the energy you give, the people you choose to respond to, all of it is being recorded in the spirit realm. The scale is not judging your pain. It is measuring your obedience. And that measurement is coming to a final count. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There's a hidden clock counting down. Not the one in your room, the one in the spirit. And when that countdown hits 0, something will be locked, whether you're ready or not. This urgency isn't fear, it's sacred fire. It's your last call to drop the baggage, burn the bridge, say the goodbye, and step into what's already been written in your favor. The hesitation you've been living in will become a prison if you don't escape now. Type Amen to get blessing 399. Comment, I choose now over never. If you can feel that sacred urgency. A man you don't speak to anymore still thinks of you, but not with love, with unfinished intent. He believes you owe him something. He believes your silence is weakness. He's wrong. But if you don't rise in spiritual strength soon, his voice might reach places it was never meant to. Cut the last energetic cord. You don't need closure. You need alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The woman who smiled at you last time you met is not aligned with your purpose. She left a spiritual footprint on your path. It wasn't kindness, it was cloaked distraction. She said something subtle that left you doubting yourself. It wasn't accidental. It was designed. You have two options. Dwell on the moment, or reverse it by reclaiming your full truth. Type Amen to get blessing 690. There is still a part of you that believes if you just wait long enough, things will fix themselves. That is a lie the enemy has whispered to keep you still. Nothing moves until you do. Heaven has already shifted things for you. With your permission, your motion is what opens the next door. You are not stuck. You are stationed. And now the divine command is, move. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. There's a mirror in your life reflecting back to you what you're afraid to see. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a place. Maybe it's your own silence. You keep walking away from it, but now it's following you. Because what you're running from is what holds your power. Face it. Speak your truth into it. And watch how fast the fear dissolves. Type Amen to get blessing 155. Comment I face it with power if you're ready to stop hiding from your reflection. You are about to be remembered by someone who forgot you. The memory will strike them in the middle of the night. They will scroll, search, even stalk, wondering how they lost someone like you. But when they come back, they will not be returning with clean energy. They will be returning with curiosity, guilt, and fragments of confusion. Be careful what you open your door to. Not every return is restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 484. There is a vision you had months ago. You thought it was just imagination, but it was divine projection. That scene was not random, it was showing you your future. Now that future is knocking again. It's time. You will wait for long. If you don't honor the vision, someone else will be chosen. It's your time. Your scene. Your moment. Step into it or surrender it forever. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The spiritual courtroom is nearly empty. The verdict is almost sealed. The angels who fought for you have laid down their final reports. Now they wait. Watching. Hoping. Wondering if you'll act in time to fulfill what they protected. They can fight for you if you don't move for yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Micheal says, you will not be warned like this again. The heavens do not repeat themselves forever. Mercy has a rhythm, but he also has a cutoff. You have now received knowledge that demands change. The way you walk, talk, speak, breathe, it must now match the weight of your calling. You are no longer allowed to live like someone average, because you never were. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. Comment I will no longer walk small if you feel this deep in your bones. Tonight, when you lay your head down, the dreams will speak loud. Don't ignore them. One will come in symbols. Another will feel like memory. But it will all be message. Wake up and write it down. Utter it. Speak over it. Let it guide your next steps. Because by the time the sun rises, your path will either be aligned or delayed again. Type Amen to get blessing 543. There is one more thing heaven needs you to know. Your name is still on the scroll. Despite your delay. Despite your doubts. Despite your distractions. You're still written in. But scrolls do not stay open forever. What is sealed in heaven must be lived on earth where it is reassigned. Type Amen to get blessing 7000. And now this is it. The vital moment. You've read. You've received. You felt. Now act. Speak. Move. Because after this there will be no more reminders. Heaven has done its part. Now do yours. Even now, as you read these words, something deeper than thought is rising inside you. It's not just emotion. It's not just curiosity. It's your spirit preparing to break out of years of invisible bondage. You were not meant to live small. You were not created to beg for crumbs of attention, peace, or love. That is why your life has felt uncomfortable. It's trying to grow beyond the space you've been settling for. But growth requires surrender. Power requires separation. And elevation demands that something or someone be left behind. Type Amen to get blessing 411. The angel assigned to you has been pushing signs in front of your path. Numbers, dreams, faces, memories. You thought they were coincidences. They were confirmations. Everything had been lining up behind the scenes. But you keep holding on to the past, asking for new results in old atmospheres. That cannot continue. You must shut a door completely before the new one will even appear. Type Amen to get blessing 1004. Comment I fully close what no longer serves if you're ready to cut the rope for good. There is someone who wants access to your next chapter, but they weren't designed for it. They carry too much weight from your past, and that weight will drag the next part of your life into delay. You know exactly who they are. You felt it every time you're around them. A heavy cloud, a drained feeling, that nervous doubt. It's time to let them go with love, but with finality. Type Amen to get blessing 383. A message about you has been circulating. Your name is on lips you never expected. Some are celebrating you in silence. Others are trying to twist your image in shadows. But what matters is what heaven says. And heaven says you are marked, chosen, favored but under surveillance. The moment you stop walking in your identity, those shadows grow bolder. Keep moving, and they'll retreat. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Archangel Micheal says, a shadow tried to enter your room 3 nights ago. Not in form but in thought. It whispered doubt. It pressed heaviness into your pillow. It tried to weaken your morning before it began. But you woke up anyway. That was your victory. And now, strengthen your room with command. Speak protection into your space tonight. Say, no voice but divine guidance may reach me while I sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 277. Someone is preparing to ask for your forgiveness. Not because they've changed, but because they fear what's coming for them spiritually. They believe being near you will ease their consequence. Do not confuse apology with alignment. Some apologies are just panic in disguise. Only allow back what has evolved, not what has returned out of fear. Type Amen to get blessing 841. Comment I forgive, but I do not return to chaos if this brought someone to mind. Your energy is being watched by someone in power. They have yet to speak. They are studying your rhythm, your style, your voice. They want to know if you're real. Soon, they will send word. It won't look big at first. It might be a message, an opportunity, or a request. But it will change everything. Be ready. Be away. Be aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 505. There's an invisible document with your name in bold. A spiritual agreement awaiting your signature, not with a pen, but with action. It will remain blank until you move. Once signed through obedience, doors will swing open. Delays will collapse. What was stuck will flow again. But the paper will fade if ignored. That's the law of sacred timing. Type Amen to get blessing 911 tonight. There may be a silence deeper than usual. A stillness in the air. A quiet that feels unfamiliar. That is not emptiness. That is presence. It is the silence before the shift. The realm is waiting for your yes. A real yes. A bold yes. A yes that ends cycles and opens gates. Type Amen to get blessing 644. Someone is about to feel the loss of you. They took your presence for granted. They assumed you'd always stay. But your spirit is no longer attached to their illusion. They'll search. They'll scroll. They'll wish. But it'll be too late. Your rising is not their punishment. It's your reward. Type Amen to get blessing 1009. Comment I no longer shrink myself to fit into spaces I've outgrown. If this hits home, a surprise is being wrapped in silence. It's coming in a way you didn't expect from a person you least suspect. They are being nudged in their sleep, shown visions with your face, pulled by a divine force to connect with you. When they appear, do not judge their outer form. Your spirit was sent. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The final confirmation is coming. It will arrive in threes, 3 signs in one day. When they appear, don't just smile. Act. That's the activation point. That's the golden minute. That's the divine spark. Miss it, and the door closes. Catch it, and your entire life will shift in 72 hours. Type Amen to get blessing 309. Archangel Micheal says, I will not speak again on this matter. My sword is lowered. My shield remains, but my voice will now rest. You were warned not by fear but by fire. You were summoned not by threat but by destiny. You were called and you heard it. This is the final paragraph. There will be no more parts. There is only one direction now, back and index pointing right forward. Type Amen to get blessing 7,000. Now go. Heaven has seen your response, and the door is still open for a breath longer. There is no more delay, no more rewrites. No more waiting for the perfect moment. You've arrived at the edge, and now the realm is watching silently, intently, without blinking. The energy has shifted one last time. You may feel it in your chest, in your hands, in your legs. That tightness, that flutter, that sudden breathlessness, it's not fear. It's divine motion pressing into your body. Your soul recognizes that this moment is not normal. This is not just another day. This is the spiritual equivalent of lightning striking the ground beneath your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 7,777. There is a name being written beside yours. Not in ink but in light. Someone is being divinely aligned to walk with you. Not as a friend, not as a partner, not as a helper but as a mirror. They will arrive when you drop the final mask, when you stop performing, when you release the fear of being misunderstood. They cannot meet the fake version of you. They are coded only to find the real one. Type Amen to get blessing 2,222. Comment, I am ready to be seen. If your heart cracked open just now, you may feel chills down your back tonight. A wind with no breeze. An alert with no sound. That is not imagination, it's spiritual atmosphere brushing against your reality. When portals open, they don't always shout. Sometimes they whisper. And if you're too distracted by survival, you'll miss the invitation to transformation. Tonight is one of those whispering nights. Pay attention. Type Amen to get blessing 611. There's a document in the hands of someone who doesn't like you. They are considering using it against you, not because you failed, but because you've risen. Your elevation triggered their insecurity. Your glow reminded them of their own stagnation. And instead of healing, they plotted. But don't fear. Their plan cannot prosper unless you remain inactive. Type Amen to get blessing 494. Archangel Micheal says, a gate opened over your house 3 nights ago. It wasn't random. It was a divine attempt to usher in what you've been asking for. But you were too distracted to receive it. Now that gate is fading. It's not one yet, but it's shrinking. You must act now to pull it fully open. Speak out loud. Every divine door sent for me I now unlock and walk through, with boldness and speed. Type Amen to get blessing 7,007. Your voice is more powerful than you've been told. That's why they tried to silence you. That's why every time you speak your truth, something around you trembles. You were given frequency, not just sound. Every time you speak from your truth, you shake spiritual structures. So speak. Not with fear, not with apology, but with fire. Type Amen to get blessing 3,333. Comment, my voice carries thunder. If this woke up something ancient in you, Someone you love is about to be exposed. Their actions don't match their words. Their support was conditional. Their loyalty was performative. The mask is slipping. You will see it in a conversation. You'll feel it in their tone. You'll know. Don't confront, detach. Truth doesn't always need reaction. Sometimes, silence is the sword. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You will receive an unexpected message in the next 72 hours. It may come through a phone, a post, a dream, or a stranger. But it will be a turning point. It won't look magical. It won't feel dramatic. But it will unlock something stuck. Be alert. Do not dismiss anything. Type Amen to get blessing 2000. You have arrived at the final 4 minutes of spiritual grace for this assignment. Your breath has been counted. Your tears have been recorded. And now your response is being weighed. Heaven is not waiting anymore. The watchers are stepping back. The sword has been placed beside the throne. All that's left is your decision. Type Amen to get blessing 7009. Archangel Micheal says, if you say yes in this moment, not just with your mouth, but with your movement, then everything that was delayed will begin to rush forward like a flood. But if you say later, even softly, then the light that was standing before you will slowly begin to turn. Heaven is not punishing you. Heaven is positioning you. But if you stay still, you will fall out of range. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. Comment I say yes in movement and power if your bones feel this message shaking through. Let this be the final whisper before silence. There will be no more paragraphs. No more spiritual nudges. No more delayed miracles trying to get your attention. You have heard everything heaven has to say. And now the entire realm is still. Waiting. Breathless. Watching what you do next. This is not a test. This is the gate. And the gate is closing. Type Amen to get blessing 70,000. Walk forward. Light surrounds you. Time bows to the bold. The door is now in your hands. And do not look back.